Senator Lindsey Graham says no on federal constitutional protection of gay marriage. Note this date in history. On Sunday's State of the Union on CNN, Senator Lindsey Graham doubled down on his statement that marriage and abortion rights should be under the domain of individual states. Senator Graham said that he trusts the voters of South Carolina to decide on those issues and feels the federal government shouldn't be bothered with protecting rights. He calls such calls for equality and rights a, quote, distraction from discussing inflation.
Are you saying that the 2015 Supreme Court decision that made same-sex marriage the law of the land nationally should be overturned?
No, I am saying that I don't think it's going to be overturned.
Nor should it be?
Well, that'd be up to the court. The reasoning, I think, could be attacked, but the point I'm trying to make is I've been consistent. I think states should decide the issue of marriage, and states should decide the issue of abortion. I have respect for South Carolina. South Carolina voters here, I trust to define marriage and to deal with the issue of abortion, not 9 people on the court. That's my view.
How far down should, how wide should that go? How many more issues should that go to? For example, Loving versus Virginia, that allowed interracial marriage, that shouldn't be touched.
No, so here's the point. We're talking about things that are not happening because you don't want to talk about inflation, you don't want to talk about crime. This is all politics, my friends. Instead of trying to solve problems like unstable people having guns, we're talking about constitutional decisions that are still in effect. But if you're going to ask me to have the federal government take over defining marriage, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
So why does virginal, beady-eyed Aunt Pity Pat get the vapors when it comes to Obergefell versus Hodges? Why is he concerned with this? He's never been with a woman to begin with. Why is he concerned? Why is he concerned about marriage?
Well, and then throwing it to, we're not talking about inflation. Well, just so he knows, if we throw it to inflation right now, we can talk about gas prices dropping at record numbers over the last 7 weeks. Going from $6 to $3.45 is what I saw yesterday somewhere. Gas is down. And then we had record new growth in new people getting jobs this week. It was like 500,000, if not more, people found jobs in the last
He puts
period.
out the bait. I refuse to take the bait. You're gaslighting. That's all you're doing. You're trying to change the subject via distraction. That's all you're doing. I'm not distracted. South Carolina, no, I don't trust the voters of South Carolina. I never have trusted the voters in South Carolina. It's why we had a civil war. It's why we responded to the black community the way we did. By the way, have you forgotten the 1950s and the 1960s and really the 1970s and the 1980s and the 1990s? South Carolina has one of the worst race records in America today. I do not trust the voters of South Carolina.
And they keep re-electing him. That's why you can't trust them.
And exactly. And his point about, she catches him, and it's their standard go-to answer. No, marriage is not under attack in the Supreme Court. Excuse me, Clarence Thomas said it absolutely was under attack in the Supreme Court. But therefore, I'm going to do the scene from Chicago about the little sparkle in your eyes and a little sidestep, because I can't have it both ways, Lady G. You can't have it both ways. Either it's protected as a constitutional right and we're settled law, or it's not. And if it's not settled law, that's why the Senate has to vote for protection of marriage, and why you're misdirecting. You're lying out of both sides of your mouth, which Senator Graham has proved he does so incredibly well, which is why we don't trust people in South Carolina. Because the people in California and Colorado and Washington and Massachusetts and other places around the country are scared to death of the voters of South Carolina. It's really a disgusting time.
And if he wants to live like that, he should partner with Orban and move there.
Move to
Go to Hungary. Move to Hungary.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.